You're now listening to Off the Collar.
Welcome back to another episode of Off the Collar. It's your host, Nick Johnson, and my co-host, Loren Kucher. What's going on? Thank you guys for listening to the last episode. It was a train wreck, cluster of Fs. Are we allowed to curse? We haven't decided.
Sure.
Can we curse?
If Spotify will allow it.
Spotify allows it. Also, we're not sponsored by Spotify yet, so.
That's where we're being streamed, so.
Okay. We're going one mic today. I don't know why.
Because you like to be close to me.
Feels like I'm conducting an interview.
Kind of are.
Okay. So, in light of that topic, today is going to be about us. We need to tell you guys who the hell we are. I realized after listening to last episode, not really a whole lot you guys could follow along with when you don't know who this person is. You might know me a little bit, but might as well dive into a few. So what we decided to do is go through like 5 to 10 questions that will kind of explain who we are, what we've come to be in this world, why we are the way we are, why we're together, why we live in this apartment together, and go from there. Loren, is there anything you would like to add?
No, I don't think so.
Not a single thing.
I think we should just get the questions rolling.
Okay, question number 1. Going to my notes. Okay, question number 1. Are you ready?
Yeah, are we going to say, we already said our names, huh? We're just going right into deep questions.
I'm Nick Johnson.
Okay, I'm Loren. Let's continue.
Okay, giving me some ASMR vibes today with your sultry voice. And
I don't know how loud I can speak into this microphone because you're like right here.
I think you can just go for it. It can't be any worse audio than the first episode, so I think you're good.
Okay. Well, just for some context, I'm pretty sure people got this in our first episode, but if they haven't, this is my boyfriend. We've been dating for like 10 months, and we live in this apartment together, and we decided we want to do something fun. We both have classic 9 to 5, ish jobs, and we want to do something fun. He was already doing a podcast, so we thought it'd be fun to do it together. So anyways, that's why we're here, and without further ado, he's going to take it away with some personal questions so you guys can get to know us.
We'll get to know each other a little bit too. And at the end of this episode, you guys can hear about the album we're dropping at the end of the year. And I'm just saying that because of the boy band outfits we have on right now. If you didn't get that, it wasn't a very good joke. Okay, going into the first question. What's a place that feels like home to you? Loren, courage.
A place that feels like home that's not my home?
I think if it's your home, then it is your home.
Oh, I think that's kind of a ambiguous question. Place that feels like home that's not my home. I have two immediate answers to this one. First one is Oracle Park where the Giants play because I've gone there since I was a kid. And go Giants, obviously. And then second,
Oracle Park in San Francisco?
Yes, in San Francisco. I grew up going there as a kid, good family memories. And then from the ages of 18, I think I was 17, whatever, till 20-something, 4-year span, I worked there. And so when I was in high school, college, I would work there. Then after work, we'd go to games together. So it was just a very formative place of my life. And whenever I go home now, it's a place that I go for comfort almost because I have a lot of memories there. So immediately, through chiropractic school, that when I was having tough times, I would just go there and sit by the park and watch a game. So that's my answer for that question.
Okay, and you're from that area, right?
Yes, I am.
Go into some more detail on being from that area.
Being from the Bay Area is the best because there's so much culture, so much food, so many things to do. Lots of good music, and of course my family's from there, so I don't know. I was raised there, so I just am a little bit biased to it, but I think it's a good place if you like sports, music, food, fun, nature, travel, all the things.
Okay. There's no wrong answers, but I appreciate your honesty. And should I answer this one too?
Yes.
What's a place that feels like home to you? Well, I was kind of hoping for you to give the tacky girlfriend boyfriend answer of anywhere I'm with you, honey. It feels like home.
That's why I asked the question to begin with, if it's like a place or what. But
I think you can go with however you want. I'm gonna choose a romantic route just to embarrass you, but to answer it more literally, a place that feels like home to me. Born and raised in San Diego, so I moved away for all of 2023 and immediately moved back. So I've been back here for a year, and probably spent. I'm 32 now, so I've probably spent about 26 years of those in San Diego, roughly. Went to college in LA area, so there's a couple 4 years in there. Kind of moved around a little bit in Huntington Beach, and now in San Diego. And yeah. Okay. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, is there like a specific place or just San Diego County in general? Because I feel like it's kind of broad.
Yeah, San Diego is very big. So La Jolla is really where I'm from. It's basically, for any of my golf listeners out there, it's right where Torrey Pines is. So I grew up right around the corner from there. For anyone that doesn't listen to golf or watch golf or know golf or whatever, it is about 15 minutes north of the San Diego airport. So hopefully that gives you guys an idea of kind of where we are. We, with your job and my family and everything, we kind of drive all over San Diego on a weekly basis, it feels like. So next question.
Yeah. Yes. Do you want me to ask it? Or you go for it. You keep going.
You want me to keep going? Okay.
I don't even know what they say.
Excuse me. What's one thing that always makes you laugh?
Something that always makes me laugh. A good pun. Actually, I was thinking about this earlier, ironically. Something that always makes me laugh is a good callback. Like when someone remembers something random and they bring it back into the situation, it's always funny. Like, it's like, oh, not only were you listening to something I said, but it's random. Like, it could have to do with, like, a celebrity or something. It doesn't have to be personal, but just, like, jokes like that are always funny to me. Like, when you always bring in past memories into, like, a current situation. I don't know if that will make any sense to anyone, but if you heard it, you know what I'm talking about.
Is it like a you need to be there kind of thing?
No, not even that. It's just... No, not even that. I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking, but...
Find the words. You got this.
Come back to me on this one, because I'm thinking.
Okay. When she gets to thinking, you know, we're in for a treat. One thing that always makes me laugh, stand-up comedy. That's a pretty generic answer, but I've been really into Kill Tony, which a lot of people are watching. You see me probably put it on like 2 or 3 times a week. I think it's a great opportunity to new upcoming comedians out there. If anyone has never seen Kill Tony, I would definitely recommend it. It's basically every week, Tony Hinchcliffe and his comedy friends in Austin put on this show, and they try to basically pull names out of a bucket, and it could be veteran comedians coming up to do a minute, and then could be people that are doing their very first set on stage. So it can range from anywhere to really good, really bad, and it just gives an opportunity to make a living in stand-up comedy, which I really wish, like, I lived in Austin for a year. I wish I at least went to watch a show, and I never did. We have to go back and do that, but Anyway, that's something that makes me laugh. I think it's obviously meant to make people laugh, but I think it's something that's important for, I hope, more and more people, because of the show and Netflix and all the different places you can watch stand up now. I hope it makes it for a wider audience base. So people need to laugh more and more, I feel like, these days. So I always think that's something funny. The other thing that makes me laugh is just kind of your clumsiness. That makes me laugh all the time. What was the thing you did the other day?
I don't know.
Oh, when we were at ramen, she spilled a beer all over the table. Do you want to tell that story?
I don't know what else there's to tell other than that.
Yeah, that pretty much summed it up.
We got ramen. I spilled the beer because I was eating my ramen, and you thought it was pretty funny. Luckily for me, you thought it was funny, because otherwise, I don't know.
It was this beer we're holding in our hands. Gonzo. Shout out to Gonzo and cheers. And Carlsbad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Carlsbad. A little ramen place. I was very impressed, honestly. We're kind of sticklers when it comes, well, especially me because I'm Asian, but we're kind of sticklers when it comes to ramen, and that place was really solid. I think, too, it started raining. I don't know if you felt like this is serendipitous. Like, it just started pouring outside, and something about ramen and rain just seemed right. I don't know. Is that just me?
A little bit.
A little bit?
I think we're getting off topic.
Probably. Okay, let's get back on the topic. Number 3, if you could relive one day from your past, which day would it be? This one's a little morbid. I don't know if I like this question because I don't like thinking about the past necessarily, but I guess the point of this question is it can be taken in really multitude of directions. So it's more like to see what direction you might go.
If I could relive one moment from my past, like any day of any time, anywhere. Oh, shit. There's a lot to choose from here. The first thing that stands out to me, because it was more recent, would be February 11th, I think. 10th or 11th.
Very specific.
It is specific because it's February 10th, because that was my first competition that I did. And the reason why I remember that is because, one, I'd been working my ass off to be able to compete in it. So on my calendar, I always had that day circled because I knew that was the day that I had to show up and perform. But more so than that, it was you came with me, and that morning, I don't know if you even remember this. You're probably going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe you remember this. But we'd been seeing each other, obviously, for a few weeks at that point. And you had asked, like, can I come with you to your tournament? And I was like, yeah, for sure. And that morning I was like stressing, like, making food, whatever. And you had, for context, a lot of my teammates were going to be there. A lot of my work friends were going to be there. Like, a lot of people were going to be there, and you had said something along the lines to me of, can I call you my girlfriend? Because I want, he was like, when you show up today, I want you to introduce me as your boyfriend. And that to me was like, obviously we mark our first anniversary as, the day of our first date, but like, that's the day that we actually became boyfriend and girlfriend. And not only that, I walked into that tournament knowing that I was going to kick ass, but also that I had a partner that was coming with me. So that was fun. And then afterwards we got to hang out with my teammates, went to get pizza and beers and all of that. And it was just like a very full circle moment of like the people that I've known for the past year. And then you were there, and then also like getting to have a drink after, working super hard for something. So it was just like all my worlds combining moment.
Yeah, I do remember that day. That was like 2 to 3 weeks after we started dating. It was very soon. But you had, literally from the first date, you weren't drinking because of your competition. The competition was very important. I felt like that moment was very important for me to set a tone of how we were going to be like as a couple, because if I don't go, and we had at that point we'd spent like every day together almost. So if I don't go and then you come home and I have to ask you about it and I don't get to experience it with you, would I regret that? So the answer was very clear that yes, I would regret that. I had to definitely navigate like all the questions from your friend and what we are, because it was brand new. But I think that was maybe just some experience, or I'm an old man at this point, but maybe just some experience telling me you have to make a decision here that does well for both of you, and could be something really special that we could share. So like I have the whole thing basically documented. Like I filmed the whole day mostly. It was a lot of anticipation because you had to wait like 3 or 4, was it longer?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Just about.
Like a long time for your turn. And I didn't really know what to do. Like I'm still in that phase where I'm like, do I kiss you in public? Do I hug you? Do I even want to? Because you're trying to get ready for this competition. Like I don't want to be all over you. Like I want to be their support, but we had 4 hours to wait for you to get into the competition. And I didn't know what to expect. So yeah, that's a good one.
I think part of it too, why I say I would relive that, is because the euphoric feeling of working so hard for something and then achieving it, or at least seeing the other side of it, is such a strong feeling. And I feel like I've yet to find that since, because I don't know if it's because I haven't had a goal towards something since or whatever, but that's such a good feeling. And then seeing yourself come on the other side of it, not only like on my own, but like with a partner, with friends, like that's such a cool feeling. And that's something that I think you and I both share, is that, you want to be competitive in your sport and I want to be competitive in mine. And so that's a feeling I hope we can create for a long time. Whether it's me supporting you, you supporting me, or whatever, like that's something, a day that I will want to create forever and ever and ever.
Okay. My turn to answer this one, or do you want to go to the next one?
No, you answer.
Okay. Day that I want to relive. Could be a lot of them. I think, I don't know if it would be necessarily a day specifically I would want to relive. I think it would just be a scenario of like things I used to do with my grandpa in the past. Probably the first thing that came up would be like go back to a day where, I was telling you he was a huge baseball fan. Like we would go over to his house. He hated the announcing, so he'd play the baseball on the radio. So the radio would be blaring. We'd be watching the Padres on TV. And I think we did that so many times. I don't think I could, like, either that or watching boxing as a family. We would have, back in those days, pay-per-view boxing was really prevalent, and it would be like a reason for people to get together. We'd have like 30, 40 people watching boxing at somebody's house. So I really think that that's something that our generation has kind of missed out on, I feel like. There's maybe a few things here and there, like Super Bowls or sporting events or whatever, where people will get together, other than like Christmas or Thanksgiving, like the major holidays. But there's almost, maybe for men in particular, there's almost like it feels like a traditional like handoff when it goes from grandpa to whoa, camera just freaked out. Sorry, folks. So yeah, I think that would be one time that I would relive, is just to have those moments again. And they're just conversations you can't have anymore, right? Because my grandpa had passed away in 2020. So I think that would be my answer to that question. Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Okay.
It's a deep answer, but yeah,
The little deep answer.
deep.
Okay. Don't know if that's good or bad. Okay, let's go to question number 4. What's something you'd love to do together that you haven't yet?
I already know my answer. But
I
go ahead.
probably know the answer to this too.
Answer what you would answer, not what you think I'm gonna answer.
I kind of want to just guess what I think your answer is.
Okay. Can you guess what I'm gonna answer, but then also give your own answer? Because I want you to have your individual thought as well.
Okay. Why don't you just say what your answer is?
No.
You want me to say what my answer is?
Yeah.
Probably going to be the same answer.
Okay, go ahead.
Trip to Mexico? I mean, we literally talked about it today. So if it's not Mexico, I don't know what else it is.
My answer was gonna be just traveling for an extended period, whether it's like a week or 10 days or something. My ideal dream, we always talk about going to Europe, like London, England, Amsterdam. I know London's not Europe, but you know what I mean.
Just over in that direction.
Over in that direction, my dream is to take like a 10-day vacation and just go somewhere like that and experience a completely different culture. Like obviously Mexico is a different culture, but that's like a day trip for us. So I just want to see how we do on like a multi-week European excursion. That I've been thinking about that a lot.
Yep. I think the one thing that's lingering, it's just an obvious one, is skiing. We are a skiing couple, so not sure what the camera's doing, folks. Sorry. I don't know what's going on with our technology. But if you're just listening, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. Pause. Anywho, we have this fancy camera that thinks it's a little too smart. So let's see if I move. Yeah, it moves with me. So, anyways, let me see if I can fix that real quick on the fly. Your foot looks so big. Goodness. Well, the troubles of trying to do this live and having full-time jobs. Anyways, so let's go on to our last question of the evening, Dr. Kuchar. At least that'll kind of center us, and if it doesn't, then we'll move. Okay. What is the last thing that inspired you?
Oh. Last thing that inspired me?
Mm-hmm. These are some deep questions.
Yeah, I don't know. I might have to think about this one.
Okay. Let's go a different one. Oh, something that'll just kind of be about. I'm just going to ask the question. Okay. What's one thing you've always wanted to learn? I can start.
Okay.
So this is an easy one for me. Musical instrument, Chinese. I've always thought I had musical talent, but never really stuck with an instrument. Kind of give up after a month. Most times I probably tried guitar, piano, drums. I don't know if the recorder in high school counts, or middle school, but played a bunch of instruments and tried them. And then Chinese, just because it's my background. I'm Chinese, Filipino, and white. And my mom can speak fluently in Chinese, Mandarin, and Cantonese. I have the accent down, and I can do the Chinglish. Like, what's the saying I always have you say? I know nothing, which is I know nothing. But if you ever hear me and my sister and my mom and my mom's side of the family talk, it's I know nothing. Do you know? What do you love?
I love laughing.
We're teaching Loren how to say it. She probably hates me for bringing that up. But that is one thing I've always wanted to learn is Chinese. Took it in college. It is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do because you not only have to learn how to say it and how to say it with the right pronunciation and fluctuation in your voice, but you also have to learn how to draw the characters, which is a whole another side of my brain that I don't know how to use. So, thoughts?
Mine's, well, I want to learn a lot of stuff in my lifetime, but this is gonna sound so stupid, but I was talking to someone about this the other day, is like becoming ambidextrous. Like I really want to learn how to write with my left hand, like so badly, and to be able to do a lot of things because I think that just makes you multi-talented. Outside of that, basic answer, I think I speak pretty good Italian because my family's Italian, but I always would love to learn more. With that being said, I'd love to learn to cook more Italian dishes as well, and just become more in the heritage. I think the more you know, the better you are, the smarter you are, the more fit you are for life. So that was deep, but yeah, that's all.
Okay. Well, folks, I hope this has given you an idea of who Loren and I are. Do you feel like we've given an idea of who Loren and I are?
Yes. I don't know.
Maybe one more question just to round it out. I think we can do one more. Okay. If you've made it this far, thank you guys for listening. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever else podcasts are available. What are words today? I got a case of the Mondays. You got a case of the Mondays? I got a case of the Mondays. Okay, if you could only eat if you could only eat one type of food for the rest of your life, what would it be? I'm going to hand this one over to you.
Okay, we laugh about this shit. Sorry, I said shit. I'll say it again. We laugh about this shit because I ask people this question all the time. It's my favorite get to know you question. I always ask people, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? And the answers people give me are very varied. They're either like, most commonly actually, the answer I get is pizza or pasta, because obviously that's like comfort food for a lot of people. However, for myself, I lived in Italy. I ate pizza and pasta every single day for 6 months, and it got kind of old. So it got me thinking, if I could only eat one thing forever, what would it be? Because that was not it. My answer is kind of broad. I always say that I would eat a salad because I think you could make many different salads. I know it's kind of a cheat answer, but I think you could make like a taco salad. You can make a chopped salad, whatever. So it's not technically one thing, but you could get the ample amount of nutrients, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, Nick laughs because I asked him this on like maybe our third date, and his answer was
drum roll.
I don't have a drum.
Okay.
I don't have a drum.
I'll just edit it in.
Okay. Tell the people what the one food you would eat your whole life is.
Tortillas.
I laugh because I've never heard that answer before. Like usually people are like a burrito, pizza, pasta, French fries, like anything that's like of substance. And you didn't only say a taco, you just said a tortilla. Give the people the answer why.
Yeah, this actually, I had some deep thought behind this one. So we're on was our first date when you asked me this?
No.
Second date?
No.
Still in the impressing you stage?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I needed.
We're still on that, baby.
Okay, well, really trying to get on your good side. So I was trying to think of what would be an answer that would, one, make me stand out, and two, would help me continue the conversation because it was early in our dating life, and I'm also just trying to be funny. I don't know. But having said that, tortillas, specifically tortillas in Mexico, specifically tortillas that are like the size of this pillow. Like, I want to be able to nap with this thing. That's how big they are, like as a blanket. Do you want me to elaborate?
No.
Okay. Well, I love tortillas, and especially in Mexico. And the reason why is the last time I went to Mexico with my family, part of the place that we stayed at, the owners of the Airbnb would make us breakfast in the morning, and the lady made authentic flour tortillas, like talking like 30 of them, and I must have eaten 20 of them that same day. Didn't feel that great afterwards, but damn, they were good. And then there's a place too that is right as you enter kind of Valle de Guadalupe, like a little bit north of it, that will take you to, that you basically get this massive tortilla, and then you slap whatever meat and stuff and build your own burrito, basically. Or it's really good. They have langosta, which is lobster. That's, I think it was the equivalent of like $8 American. So obviously they're in pesos, but you can't eat that because you're allergic to shellfish. See, you guys are learning so much about us. Loren's allergic to shellfish. And me. I am obsessed with tortillas. We're going to actually, based on our friends' recommendations, start making tortillas from scratch here soon. And we probably eat tacos twice a week.
We haven't had it recently, actually. We haven't had taco in a while, I feel.
Well, we might have to switch.
It's 'cause we went to Costco. We didn't get any taco meat at Costco.
It's true. We got a party pack of wings that lasted us a month and a half. They were so good.
I think this is where we wrap. No one cares what we got at Costco.
They might. I think your mom would care what we got at Costco.
That's true. Hi, Mom. If you're listening, hi. Love you.
There's no way she got this far in the episode.
Oh, she for sure did.
Okay. Thank you guys for listening this week. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about us. We will get some more episodes churning through, so make sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you like to listen to your podcast. This has been Nick Johnson and
his sidekick. No, I'm kidding. My name is Loren.
My name is Loren.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
It's our bedtime.
This has been Off the Collar. See you next time.
This is Off the Collar. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music, or go direct to our link in the bio.